At the top of the food chain sits a phantom, the fossa.
For the lemur, every rustle in the leaves is a potential end. The fossa is built for the canopy, a cat-like spirit in a mongoose body. Peace is a fragile thing in the Madagascar forest.
The fossa looks up, sniffing the scent of the troop. Deep inhale. The fossa tracks the musk of the lemur through the humid air.
Retractable claws provide the fossa with a death grip on the bark.
The lemur senses a ripple in the forest's rhythm. Stealth is the fossa's greatest weapon in the hunt.
Youthful energy creates a vibration that the fossa can feel. Fossa shifts its weight, preparing for a massive leap. The fossa is calculating the trajectory across the gap.
Maternal instinct is the lemur's first line of defense.
Fossa moves with liquid grace closer to the target, one paw at a time. The fossa is a master of the approach.
Lemur troop suddenly goes silent. Absolute silence. The forest holds its breath as the fossa closes in.
Fossa's golden eyes reflect the dappled jungle light. The fossa has selected a single lemur.
No more hiding. The fossa relies on pure explosive speed.
The ring-tailed lemur uses its light weight to go where the predator cannot.
Fossa doesn't hesitate, following the lemur with ease. But the fossa is one of the few who can follow them. A black lemur frantically climbs toward the very top of the canopy, heavy breathing. Escape is a vertical race through the swaying branches. The tail of the fossa is a masterpiece of biological engineering. A Safaka lemur reaches the terminal branches, too thin for weight, creaking wood, a dead end.
The fossa is patient. It knows the lemur has nowhere left to go. Even a lemur will fight when backed into a corner. With every muscle coiled, the fossa prepares for the final strike. The fate of its prey hangs by a thread. The fossa possesses a secret: ankles that rotate for vertical descent. A desperate leap of faith. The black lemur risks it all to escape the fossa's claws.
The fossa is a shadow that cannot be shaken in the canopy.
A clever tactic. The lemur tries to vanish in the underside foliage. Gravity is no obstacle for the top island predator. Lemur's wide eyes reflect the golden fur of the predator. Terror in the trees. The lemur realizes its hiding spot is compromised.
The fossa reaches down with a single, clawed forepaw, a sharp swipe, a lightning-fast strike. The fossa tests the lemur's reach.
Dropping is a risky but effective way to break the line of sight.
Few predators can descend a tree head first. The fossa is a specialist. The tail acts as a counterweight, allowing for impossible turns.
Physics of the hunt. The fossa is a biological masterpiece.
The ring-tailed lemur hopes the thorns will slow the larger predator down. Fossa's thick hide protects it from the jagged thorns, armor of the island. The fossa is built for Madagascar's toughest plants.
High above the canopy, the wind howls, making the footing treacherous. Every leap.
Fossa balances on a branch no wider than its own paw. Balance of a tightrope walker. The fossa is fearless at height.
A near-fatal error. In the rainforest, one slip can be the end.
Fossa closes the gap to within 3 feet. The end of the chase. The fossa prepares the final lunge.
Defiance. Even a small lemur will fight when cornered.
The fossa wraps its body around the lemur to secure the kill. The death hug. The fossa uses its weight to pin the prey.
Victory in the canopy. The island predator has secured its fuel.
Even with its prize, the fossa remains cautious of competitors.
The forest falls quiet. The troop mourns the loss of their own.
Fossa uses its sharp carnassial teeth to shear through meat. These teeth act like scissors for the island predator.
The fossa prefers a secluded larder.
Fossa uses its sharp carnassial teeth to shear through meat. Specialized tools. These teeth act like scissors for the island predator, caching the food. The fossa protects its investment from scavengers. High metabolism requires the fossa to eat up to 15% of its body weight.
Hygiene is vital for a predator that relies on scent stealth.
This forest belongs to one fossa, and one fossa alone.
The predator becomes the sleeper. Digestion is a high-energy process.
Life continues. The survivors are now more vigilant than ever.
Even in rest, the fossa's muscles remain tuned for action.
The fossa's presence provides leftovers for the rest of the island.
The flexibility of a cat. The fossa is ready for the night ahead.
The shift change. Madagascar's night dwellers emerge.
Fossa moves with a semi-plantigrade gait across the floor. Soft padding silent footfalls. The fossa walks on its soles like a bear.
Opportunistic feeder. The fossa eats insects when big prey is scarce. Habitat loss is the only predator the fossa cannot fight.
Solitary spirits. They only meet during the brief mating season.
Master of all terrain, from jungle trees to razor-sharp rocks.
The hunt never truly stops. The forest is a constant game of hide and seek. The last of a lineage. The fossa is the soul of Madagascar. Leaf rustle. Safety in height. The island predator sleeps where it hunts.
The eye closes as the moon ascends. The ghost of the forest fades into the dark. Night falls, and the fossa transforms into a silent shadow.
The smaller residents of the forest also live in fear of the fossa.
Every resource is utilized in the high-stakes world of the treetops.
For the ring-tailed lemur, social bonds are the ultimate survival tool.
Agility that defines the spirit of the Madagascar forest. Knowledge is passed down, how to hunt and where to hide. As the forest disappears, so does the legend of the Fossa. Always watching. The Fossa is the sentinel of the jungle, the perfect tools for a life lived entirely off the ground. The peace is always temporary when an island predator is near. Master of all terrain, from the canopy to the canyon walls. The boundary between man and nature is blurring in Madagascar. As the apex predator, the fossa keeps the lemur population in balance.
Sweet chewing innocence in a land dominated by nature's most efficient hunter.
To the ultimate Madagascar hunting machine.
The ghost of the forest returns to the shadows once more.
The lemur remains the face of Madagascar's fragile beauty. A world worth saving. A story worth telling. Respect the predator. Protect the prey. Save the island. The hunt ends, but the legend of the Fossa lives on. Subscribe to join us on the next wild adventure.